like my mom, I was sitting there and my mom was doing my hair, right? Because she used to be like a braider and like make absolute bank, so she's great at it. And like I locked up my hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're switching from the blue to like a light baby pink that washes out on my skin. I guess I'm too black for this yarn. But we were sitting there, and suddenly she goes, "Oh my god!" and she smacks me on the back of the neck, and I'm like, "Mama, what?" And then I look at my origami binder, and there's this big black bug just sitting there, and I am like, "What the fuck is that?" And she's like, "I don't know. Get me a flip flop." And I was like, "Okay." So I hand her my big thick yellow ones, my big thick like yellow Puma slide-ons or whatever they are. And she's like, "Girl, get me a flip flop." So I get her a flip flop, and she hits it. She fucking hits it. Whap whap. Sounds like a fucking whip going off back in the olden days. Am I right? And like, I don't know what it was, but from the way it looked, I think it was a great black wasp, one of those like great black ones. As if there weren't enough black people in this house.
Oh,
What?
nothing.
You just don't find it funny because you're white. Anyway, how was your thing?
My MRI.
Yeah.
I hate. I hate going to the
Yeah.
hospital.
When I got an MRI for my leg, like it sucked. I had to sit there in silence, and it was like 30 minutes straight with Taylor Swift playing over the radio, even though I asked them not to put on pop. Whatever. Whatever, right? I
Um,
asked for rock, but whatever.
we spent an hour in the waiting room, and then I finally went in the thing, and then they had me change my clothes. They never had me change my clothes before.
Which is
But
weird. That's actually really weird because it's a great big magnet. They need you to change into the hospital gown thing.
I never wear metal, so
I know.
it's usually not a problem.
I didn't wear metal either, but they still had me change. It's
So
probably
I
so
had
the
to wait.
magnet can see through you better.
I had to wait again, and then it took like another hour, and then when it was finally time for for the MRI, the dude says, "Hey, you wanna tell me a band name, and I'll look it up on YouTube because you said you don't want to watch a movie." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Way's Blood," because she's very nice music, and I felt like soft indie would be nice for something that is not nice. And I get in the machine, he put the thing on my head, and bam, Hamilton's on the thing.
What?
I guess the person before me was watching Hamilton.
Damn.
It was on the credit scene, but
Did he switch it to the music you asked for?
yeah, he switched it to Way's Blood. It was nice. It started with Andromeda. I liked it.
Gang, imagine being able to pick what they played. I got radio. I got radio. They did not let me ask for them to put on 1033.
He
10
said he'd put he said he'd do a radio station if I didn't pick a band.
1033 is, I think it's 90s indie rock. It's really good. They play a bunch of stuff on there.
Mm.
It's like 90s and 2000s. Really good. I recommend listening to 1033 if you guys live in America. I don't know
My
what it is in
favorite
the UK, honestly.
my favorite radio station is the Billie Eilish station.
I don't know that one. I just know the numbers. It's whatever plays on the radio in the car.
Anyway, I had my hands wrapped around the ball because you have to hold the ball in case something bad happens. You squeeze it and they come get you.
Yes, Harper. I know. I had one. I have had one.
Okay, so um, my hands were wrapped around that for such a long time, and my fingers were interlocked, and part of my arm was clamped down on this plastic thing that put in there. So I just started losing the blood in my hand until I couldn't feel it,
Why didn't you move
and
your
then
hand?
you're not allowed to move your hands. You can't move at all in the MRI.
I mean, I was allowed to move a little bit because they were only MRIing my leg.
I did my spine, so that went through the length of my body.
Haha, loser.
I was in there for 2 hours.
I don't remember how long it took for me, but it felt like it took the rest of fucking time.
We went through like 12 songs. Each of Way's songs are like 4 to 6 minutes.
Can't help you with that one.
Eventually, I slowly just scooted my arm off of my chest so that I could get blood in my fingers. And it hurt so much when I finally had blood in there.
Hmm. They didn't put me fully into the machine.
That's crazy cuckoo nanas.
Gang, they were MRIing my leg.
Yeah, but it's still crazy cuckoo nanas.
How?
I don't know, just as
You're a weird person.
you two,
Nuh-uh.
y'all
How am I weird?
math.
Math? I don't know math. I don't know any math. I failed math.
Me too.
No,
And I
that's
used
just...
Google.
Nah, gang, because I use Google too. Because you told me to use Google, and then it was wrong!
Google was right a lot of the time though, so that was good.
Gang. Honestly,
Guess just not enough of the time.
honestly, I just didn't turn in any of the work. I didn't want to. Didn't wanna. Didn't feel like it. Didn't feel like doing any of it. I'm pretty sure I ended with like a D, which is surprising because I didn't do shit all year.
I'm pretty sure I got a B.
How'd you get a B?
It was either a B or a C. I can't remember.
How'd you get a B or a C?
Again, Google
On everything?
on
They
everything.
let you Google on your state testing?
No, for that I just guessed, and they said I got proficiency.
Proficient. You got proficient. There's no fucking way you got proficient.
Just means I did good enough.
Gang, honestly, that doesn't surprise me because I somehow got pass plus on English. I think I got like a pass on math. They don't even
Me
give
too,
you
bro. Me
like
too.
they don't even give you like a fucking they don't give you a score. They just told me you're in the blue range. That means good. Like okay,
They
gang,
said
that's
I
just
got above proficiency in language.
above proficiency in language. No way. You type slow as horseshit.
Nuh-uh.
Dude, my dead dog could come back to life before you finish a message.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, he could.
Mm-mm.
I'm surprised he hasn't already. That motherfucker always comes back like William Afton.
Oh, did you hear about the new FNAF game that's coming out?
No, can they stop releasing those? Is it that one with the guy from the My Name is Edwin song?
Yep,
Stop it.
I am the mimic.
My name is Edwin. I made the mimic. It was
I'm not
difficult
even sure where
to
they
put
got
the
most of the names
pieces
from.
together. Um, probably some lore drop files. Like, William, not William, fuck. Scott Cawthon used to put, like, stuff in the files for people to, like, decode and find, and it was really cool. And people would do it all the time.
I just remember when people used to put the contrast really high up to see things.
Yeah. There were certain, if you watched people like MatPat, they would go in to the files of like little like content teasers, and they would fucking find a bunch of things. They would like find a bunch of hints at what um was gonna go on, or like hints about what the lore was doing at that moment, or the new game.
At this point, I don't even know what's going on in FNAF.
I think they wrapped up the William Afton thing, because Ultimate Custom Night is him going to hell and living in eternal torment. Um, and they started a new one, and I think the new one is linked to the old one. I think, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Like, it's something. It's something. Okay, stop judging me.
From what I've heard, the new one is a prequel.
A prequel.
Prequel. Like, before the Bite of 87.
Why? Why do they keep doing that?
I don't know. There's a new game theory, which is like, Circus Baby is actually super duper old. That don't make sense.
Yeah, doesn't that like contradict a bunch of the old theories that MatPat used to make? Or at least
Because, like,
make.
her design is a lot different than the older animatronics. Like, apparently, the person that I watched said that the puppet, the mimic, I think maybe Balloon Boy, I can't really remember that much, but and Circus Baby and a few others were all in like an original like circus type thing.
Did you not play the games?
I don't mean like the underground circus. I don't mean that.
Still
I mean
though.
like people
I don't.
in an actual circus.
Why do we need a prequel?
I feel like Scott's just trying to juice the franchise for as much as he can.
Dude, Scott Cawthon isn't even fucking involved anymore.
He's still writing the book.
Yeah, he is still writing the books, but he doesn't have any involvement with what the game is doing.
He does. He's just not producing it by himself anymore.
Which is insane, because I remember. I still, what's it called? I remember when they used to talk about how that he had a like a failed game before Five Nights at Freddy's. I remember when that was like the most cool thing.
Chipper?
Yeah, it was a failed game. Nobody liked it.
I used to play it.
I never had it. I didn't know he had a failed game.
It was pretty boring.
It's probably why it failed.
And before that, he used to make Christian games.
Actually, you can still find Christian movies with his name on them.
Hmm. And now he's writing about dead kids.
Well, I mean, he's in this deep.
Hmm?
I said, well, he's in this deep.
Ah,
What did you think I said?
you just cut off at the last part, so I just thought you were gonna say something else.
Oh, I did.
Mm. Funko's losing its licensing to the FNAF franchise.
Thank God. You know?
I remember I used to collect the FNAF plushies whenever they came out.
Yes.
So I have a big old bin full of them.
I traded mine off to a girl I knew for Littlest Pet Shops. She was a collector moving out of collecting, and I was moving out of collecting FNAF, and she was moving into collecting that, so we just traded a bunch of our stuff between each other. She still has most of them. I think she's like selling them now. Cause I've seen that I've seen some of them being sold at like a local thrift shop. So I wonder what that's all about, honestly.
The last plushie I got was one of the characters from the AR game,
Like FNAF wise or in general?
FNAF.
Hmm.
It was the chocolate version of Bonnie.
I don't like how they made those. I don't like them.
Some of them look cool, others not so much.
I mean, the figures were always top dog. They were peak, but like the plushies, dear lord, the plushies were something else.
Some of the plushies look okay.
Some of the plushies look okay, but that's a very small percentage.
Like the little rabbit they made for the Twisted Ones books.
I had all of those actually. I collected those plushies. I collected them. I collected those plushies, gang. They were literal gold. At least
Real.
in my eyes, they were.
Did you ever see any of those old YouTube videos where people used to make random scenarios with the FNAF plushies?
Um, New. Oh my gosh, did you see that one thing where it was like 100 ways to kill Yoshi?
Yep.
I used to watch that. I used to watch it a lot.
Yoshi Blender.
I still remember. I wonder how that guy is doing these days. Because, like, what was bro doing? Like, he was just sitting in his fucking backyard and abusing a Yoshi plushie, and he got, like, millions of views.
Mm.
Like, it was something else.
Did you ever watch SNL?
Saturday Night Live?
No,
Yeah.
that's SNL.
What?
That's SNL. I'm talking about SML.
The fuck are you talking about?
On YouTube?
Saturday Morning Live?
No, Super Mario Logan.
Oh! Not really.
Mm.
But,
They're still making videos.
for real?
Yeah, they got their account banned again, like the other day, actually.
I watched this guy who had a bunch of Roblox figures, and he would like make up little scenarios for them, and he would have the one guy play games and harass the pizza man. And it was really cool. I really miss his videos, actually. Along with the guy who would play Roblox and have the Siri voiceover that was absolutely hilarious.
I never seen any of those.
Yeah, you probably haven't. You're not cool enough for me.
Mm, what do you want to talk about next?
I don't know. You could try doing something.
Hmm.
You know, like getting up off your ass and coming up with something to talk about.
I've been doing that. Anyway,
Lazy ass. Kill yourself. Wait. Oh, I can't say
pórtate
that.
bien.
Hey! Don't cuss at me in a language I don't know.
I just told you to behave yourself in Spanish.
I don't know that language, so I wouldn't know that.
Anyway, I'm gonna read a thing. Yeah, I, 30 male, have a younger sister, 16 female, Laura. I basically raised this girl like my daughter. I love her like she's my own child. Our mom died when Laura was a year old. I was 15. Our father was a wealthy man with a revolving door of younger women who my sister grew up resenting. Whatever our father was, he loved us both very much. He was a workaholic, which left me caring for my sister most of the time. Each through, even though she had a nanny, she had extreme separation anxiety. When I started college, our father bought me an apartment so I didn't have to stay in a dorm. It turned me into it turned into me raising my sister throughout college and business school. She stayed at my apartment with her nanny during school hours, and I took care of her when I came home. I never missed a single competition or spelling bee, even through school, which I don't regret. That's what I mean when I say I raised her. About 3 years ago, our father started dating a much younger woman, 25 female. She got pregnant and gave birth to a daughter. I was never involved with the kid. One time, I took my sister to visit because our father requested it. It ended with her being an emotionally distraught mess for a week. She felt like she was being replaced. Anytime I brought up the kid, she would cry, but I refused to see the kid again. Our father died unexpectedly 6 months ago. He never married the woman, and she didn't get a penny in the will. The kid got a small lump sum, but nothing like the trust my sister and I received. I don't think he cared for the kid very much, but the woman wanted it. I used to joke to my sister that the girl was just a compromised kid. Lately, the woman has started badgering me. She says she can't raise a child on her own, and it's unfair that I'm protective of my sister, but won't do the same for my other sibling. I corrected her and said I had no relation or obligation to her child. Her child being around hurts my sister, and she is my priority. She got angry and said I can't spoil one sister and neglect another. She said her child doesn't have a father now and needs a male presence. I told her to contact my lawyer.
Get a new boyfriend, brother.
Then she somehow got my sister's number and sent her text calling her cruel for keeping me away. I had to be up all night consoling my sister, telling her I wouldn't see this girl and she had nothing to worry about. I called the woman again and threatened legal action if she kept harassing my sister. Now she's calling my aunts and uncles, saying I'm vindictive and cruel. Am I the asshole?
No. No.
Hmm. I don't think so either. It's not his responsibility to take care of her kid.
Yeah,
They
like,
had they had literally no connection to each other. What's the point on forcing him to take care of her now?
gang, you can't just like force your way into somebody's life and expect them to care for the people you brought in the same way they care for the people they grew up with. Like, I don't know what to tell you, gang. Y'all never even married. You're not even my stepmama.
Yeah.
Word. Let me find a thing. Let me find one. I'm gonna find a Reddit story. You find another one that you like. Yo, dog, I just found the one that you read.
Yeah, it was a newer one.
Yeah.
I hit the homepage button on Reddit. Tell me why it shows me a VTuber playing Skylanders on the Switch 2.
I don't know, gang.
Icon behavior, I do fear.
Hmm.
Where do you even get a Switch game for Skylanders? Like, I've never seen it at a store.
Okay, here we go. Am I the asshole for saying no to my friend for the art they gave me? So, about 10 months ago, my friend gave me 3 little artwork pieces that they thought were really ugly and they hated. I absolutely adore them and I think they're very pretty, so I have them in my living room. And so I decorated my living room and rearranged everything so I could have these paintings in a very specific spot. One day they were over, and as one of my friends that they have yet to meet until that day was over as well. My other friend who did not give me the artwork looked up the art pieces through Google because they also liked them and wanted to get some for themselves. They found out that the artwork that was given to me was worth $1,000 per piece, and I said, "Wow, that's an insane price." So the friend who gave me the art pieces told me that I needed to give them back to him, and he started taking them off the wall. And I said, "Absolutely not! You gave those to me." He started yelling at me because I wouldn't give them back, then he said I better pay him $3,000 for all of them, and I said no because you gifted them to me almost a year ago. So he told me that he was going to call the police and left because me and our friend kicked him out. Am I the asshole for keeping them? No. He thought they were
No, it's a gift.
like. Not to mention, he gave OP art pieces that he thought were ugly.
You didn't want them, and you gave them to someone else.
Yeah,
That
like
person does want them.
like
That's it.
doubly. What kind of friend are you to give your friend something that you think is disgusting?
Honestly, that's a little weird.
Yeah, why would you give your friend something that you hate? Like, I understand if it's like food and you don't want it to go to waste and you don't like the food, so you give it to your friend to try. But, like, giving your friend art pieces you think are ugly? Dude, not cool.
One
Anyway,
second.
I got a paper sorter for my origami recently.
That's nice. What does it look like?
It's teal and it has like 7 pockets, which is probably about enough. Um, like, it's really cool. It opens up and it latches closed with like a little elastic strap. It doesn't have any straps on it for me to carry it, so I have to hold it like a carry purse or put it inside of a bag, which kind of sucks. But it's pretty good at organizing my origami without smashing and creasing everything.
It's portable?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, it's a giant upgrade from the Ziploc bag they used to sit in.
Probably.
I disliked that Ziploc bag, honestly. Very annoying. Breaking news: I don't recommend Ziploc baggies for keeping expensive paper. You know, like these packs are like $12. And I was super happy when I went to Dollar Tree recently to look for some stickers to put on this thing because it's just blank teal. And I found a bunch of packs of origami paper. So I pick one up with some pretty patterns, and then I get home and it's damn near cardboard thick.
I don't feel like that could be used for
I
origami.
mean, I tried, and it came out okay, but it was kind of hard to use, and I wouldn't use it on anything complex like a lily, which isn't even that complex, but I could barely make a piece of grass with it, so I doubt a lily's any better. And God forbid I want a chair.
What is it with you and origami chairs?
I like the chairs and the grass, okay? Like, why are you judging me?
It's just a weird fixation for origami chairs.
It's not even a fixation, it's just a basic design that I know. And it's got a couple of odd folds, so it's a pretty good demonstrator of, you know, how durable the paper really is.
Hmm.
Most papers hold up. I mean, it's not like the papers are terrible or anything, they just aren't good. You
Well,
know,
they are
it's,
from Dollar Tree, so you can't really expect the most quality.
I mean, yeah, but I expected it to be like ultra thin, not ultra thick. I expected it to be paper. And I mean, like, I know
Evil
it
Dollar
didn't.
Tree cardboard.
I mean, like, I know it didn't explicitly say origami on it, but it has an origami paper crane on the package in the corner where it says papercraft. Origami is like the papercraft, so why wouldn't it hold up? You know, and God forbid I'd like to do some kirigami on that thing. I don't think I could get scissors through a simple fold. Make a fucking snowflake? Good luck. Good night.
That just reminded me of our geography teacher.
Oh my god. I hated him. He was racist.
Real.
Dude, you remember when he was talking about driving past a cotton field and then immediately started talking about slavery?
Yeah, I remember you told me he did that in your class.
Yeah, so our the thing that we were supposed to be learning that year was the history of like some of the history of the Middle East and Asia. And it had nothing to do with African American slaves.
He's just got slavery on the mind.
You know, he just thought on a whim, let me bring up slavery to my class of all white kids with one black kid. One black kid. I was the only black kid in that class. There might have been another. I don't really remember. Because I didn't talk to anybody. You know why? Because I didn't like none of them fucking kids, okay? They were all built like water fleas. And I don't feel sorry for saying that. Because they were. You know? And not that I'm the epitome of skinny. You know? And like, I mean, like, I'm pretty fat. I'm a big woman, but like, it gets to a point when y'all's heads are so big, it looks like you're gonna teeter over like a weeble wobble. Like, come on, you've got all that head and no brain. Where's it at? I had a kid mouth the N word to me twice in class.
You should have slapped him.
I would have, but then I would have looked fucking crazy because he sat in the back of the classroom. I love Dr. Pepper, bro.
I finally get the Dr. Pepper hype.
Well, I hope you do.
I started drinking it more often.
It's so good.
I'm still trying to get over not Doctor, Diet Coke.
What's wrong with Diet Coke?
Supposed to be boycotting Coke.
Oh, yeah. I'm just glad that Dr. Pepper isn't distributed by Cola where we are. It's distributed by Pepsi.
Does Pepsi support Zionism? I can't remember.
No, that's like the entire point of moving from Pepsi to Coke. I mean, from Coke to Pepsi. God. Yeah, like that's the entire point. Either way. I'm making an origami file cabinet.
What you gotta file?
Your mom?
Ah, sense.
I mean, not a lot to file.
Huh?
I said, I mean, it's not a lot to file.
What you mean by that?
What do you think I mean by that?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Hi, you have autism. I hate people like that. Like, I'm not genuinely like that. You know that. But, like, god damn.
You're whore. I'm a pirate.
Ha ha ha. You have autism. That is hilarious. Your learning disability is hilarious. I find it funny that you struggle with day to day tasks and social cues.
Or you're acoustic.
You're acoustic. Buddy, you're built like an acoustic. What are we on about?
The fact that that used to be a joke by autistic people, and then it was just hijacked by allistic people.
I feel bad for y'all, cause like my holistics, we need to get better, honestly. Cause like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? I can't get my box to do the thing I want it to do. That's why.
My pen died.
My dog stepped on a bee. Oh wait, that was a
Huh?
perfect. Huh?
Huh?
Well, I mean, he's also dead.
Oh, well, I already knew that.
Yeah, but did our viewers hear it the other 5 times I said it? Think about the viewers.
The singular viewer.
Hey, we had 4 of them last time. And somebody posted
Most
about us on TikTok, so somebody must like us. Hey, we're on the we're on the tic tac, guys. We're on the tick.
tickety tack.
We're on the tick. We're on the tickling on my tacks.
Tickling on my tactile musically.
I mean, what? I miss Musically.
Musically is just TikTok.
I know they rebranded to TikTok, but Musically was fun, and TikTok is something, I guess.
I didn't use it when it was Musically.
I wasn't allowed to, which I'm still kind of sad about.
I wanted to use Vine instead. Rest in peace, Vine.
Vine was like really Vine was like the space. Like
MySpace.
no, well, I wanted to go on MySpace before I realized that nobody else would be on there. Like using the Wayback Machine, I mean, before realizing nobody else would be on there because the servers shut down years ago.
L. Bozo.
I really do wonder what it was like in that area. Guys, comment down below what it was like in your era using MySpace. If you're that old, I guess. You know, if you're ancient. I'm sorry. That's mean. If you can't take a joke, get off my channel. That's double mean. I'm sorry, guys. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. I need to pay rent. Just joking. I live at home. I had this guy, like, comment, like, he was tough ish for saying he was gonna shoot furries, like, as target practice. Like, okay, dude. Okay, Tommy Toughnuts. Like, the only thing that's tough here is my cock. Get a load of this guy.
Oh,
Right? Like, dude, you aren't tough, okay? That's an actual threat on people who are alive. And if they really felt some sort of way, they could file a fucking police report on you.
you should have drawn him a Sona.
It would have been funny. But I run a ghost account, so I don't post. Ugh, this file cabinet won't work with me, bruh.
Report it to HR.
I just want a file in my cabinet, bruh. Yes! I've done it! I saved the town. I'm really tired of people bringing inappropriate videos on TikTok and then having the gall to be like, oh, don't post about this and this and this. There's children on this app. Those children can suck my left.
To be
But
fair, those children are probably participating in it too.
yeah, I've seen a lot of people complain about minors participating in like those iffy trends on TikTok, like the "Take Me Down" or like the what was the other one? I don't remember. The other suggestive one, like the three-way kiss.
Oh, like the animatic meme?
Yeah, those animation memes. Like people cry so hard about minors participating in those. Like, you know, it's not like we're asking them to animate Rule 34, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll be fine. They did it on their own volition.
Nobody is pointing a gun to little Timmy's head and saying, I mate Butters from South Park kissing Kenny.
Who?
Oh my god, you killed Kenny.
Oh, Kenny. I thought you said Penny. I was like, who's Penny? Who's Penny? I mean, it would make sense if his alter ego's name was Penny because he doesn't have one.
Vile, actually.
Huh?
It's vile.
What? He doesn't. That's like the entire point of his character.
How do you draw long noses from a front?
Um, you kind of have to do like a downward swoop.
Well, like, that's for noses that point down. My nose doesn't point down, it points forward.
And then you draw one that points forward.
But like, how do you do that with a long nose?
Just look in the mirror. Gang, the reference photo is on your freaking face.
Drawing noses is easier for people that have short nose.
I don't really have a short nose. Gang?
Your nose isn't very long.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it short. Okay, just because I don't have a giraffe on my face. Like, still, though. Just look in the mirror. You are the reference photo.
Apple juice.
Well,
I'm, um, I'm trying to figure out where I want to move to when I'm older. I can't choose between England and France.
you can't choose between armpits and green and yellow sludge for dinner. I say move to Spiderland.
Huh? Australia?
Yeah. Oh, you'll be fine. It's only 8. Like, only everything there wants you dead. That's not that many things. And including the people who also want you dead because you're American.
And for other reasons.
Mostly because you're American. Britain, too. They will skin you alive for being American. They will genuinely flay you and roast you upon open flame. I feel like you don't really want to move anywhere outside of this country after this presidency is over. You'll literally embarrass yourself. And God forbid you want to move to Japan, they have signs everywhere that say, well, don't enter if you're not Japanese. Okay.
I'm really only considering France, Switzerland, the, ne- the Netherlands. I can't really move to the Netherlands. They have a housing crisis.
Like, gang, I don't know anywhere else that might have a better situation that won't hate your guts for being an American. Because, like, everybody hates Americans.
Even Americans.
Yeah, gang, like, if you're from the wrong state, people from another state just won't fuck with you. Like, they literally will not interact with you. You can't even be American in America. And not to mention tourists who come here not knowing diddly squat about anything about our country, not tipping. You know, but they're still
Tipping
gonna go
culture isn't
online and
big in
cry
other
about how
countries.
disrespectful Americans are. Of course.
Tipping culture isn't big in other countries, and it's generally new here.
I don't care, actually. They're grown ass adults with Google and TikTok. They should know we have a tipping culture if they want to come here. You know, just like how we know which countries to not tip in because it's rude most of the time. Like, gee, if they were too busy crying about how we don't have real culture on the internet to realize that we do, in fact, have a culture.
Not really one homogenous culture, though.
We're the melting pot of cultures. Why do you expect us to have one singular culture when there's cultures formed from everybody, from all walks of life? Because, you know, we're the fucking cultural melting pot.
You could say that about multiple countries, though.
We are the cultural melting pot, girl. That's kind of our nickname. I don't know what you want from me. Like, that's. We are literally America, the cultural melting pot. Because we have people from everywhere.
You could say the same for Britain and Wales and Scotland.
Harper,
The
that doesn't change the fact that we're literally called the cultural melting pot.
multiple countries claim that, though.
Where? Where? They claim a lot of things. You know, like how British food is better than American food, but that doesn't always make it true.
I don't really love the stereotype that all British food is bad.
I
There's
think.
some good things.
Like what?
Cheddar.
Girl. You named one thing and stopped?
One second, I'm trying to remember things.
Oh my god. If you have to think this hard about the good food in the country, then maybe it's not that good.
Clotted cream.
I've never had that.
English pancakes.
You're not even going to a whatever. I'll just Google it.
Digestive biscuits.
What the fuck? No, gang. No, gang.
Digestive biscuit is like a weird cookie.
It's a mix between a cookie and a cracker.
Fitting.
They're supposed to make you digest more.
Wheat biscuit.
No, girl, just stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Did you look up colored cream?
Yes,
It looks sort of yummy.
maybe.
English pancakes?
English pancakes. Aren't those just sweet pancakes?
No, they're thin and savory. Like mine.
No, you don't eat savory pancakes. You eat pancakes with butter, salt, and black pepper.
Exactly, savory pancakes.
No. You know, regular savory pancakes have like other toppings. It's like sweet pancakes but with savory ones instead of fruit, like bacon and eggs and stuff instead of like strawberries and like chocolate chips and stuff and like syrup. You eat a war crime.
It
Okay, it says these
tastes
are served with
good.
like lemon and stuff.
Tastes good.
All of these just have lemon paired with it. This is just like a crepe with lemon and none of the
It's
crepe
good.
part. This looks terrible. Not that it actually looks bad, but this does not look like a pleasant thing to eat. And like, not that it particularly looks gross, it just looks like an unfinished crepe. You're eating it with a fucking lemon. A lemon. Like there's like not anything else. It's just the weird pancake cake part thing and lemon slices. And like
Look up Knickerbocker Glory.
I dear god.
It looks really tasty.
Oh, that doesn't actually look too bad. It's a ice cream sundae served in a. Oh my god, those are the parfaits they show in movies.
I want to try it.
These are like the parfaits they show. Look up a star fate from under Space Tail or whatever it's called.
Undertale?
No, it might be an Undertale, actually.
Yeah, it's from Undertale.
Yeah, there was
Um,
an Undertale AU that had these, and it was like ice cream and fruit and stuff, and it was like a space themed AU, and I don't remember what it was called.
oh, that looks nice.
Let me see if I can find it. I will find it eventually. But
Sticky coffee pudding looks good.
sticky coffee
Bakewell tart
pudding.
looks good.
What the?
Eat and mash looks good.
What is
Victoria
sticky?
put
Excuse me.
Victoria sponge
Excuse
looks
me.
good.
What
What?
the fuck is sticky coffee pudding?
Oh, toffee pudding, not coffee. Sorry.
This looks like an underbaked cake with caramel on it and ice cream.
Looks good.
I would not eat this.
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's either trifle or trifle. T
Truffle?
R I F L E.
Trifle. Why do all like European looking like cake like desserts have so fucking much filling? Like it'll be like 10% of like the cake part and then the rest of it is just fucking ass smacks of fruit and frosting and whatever else they can shove inside that cake. Dear Lord, give me more of the cake part. I am eating a
British
cake.
people like putting things in things.
Well, I mean, your parents obviously liked putting things in things.
Hey.
You fell into that, actually. You ran into that full force.
Mean.
Nah, that was your fault.
I looked up British food and it showed me tikka masala. That's Indian food.
You mean tikka masala? Gang. That actually doesn't look too bad.
Banoffee